Hello again. I finished it this morning actually. It's The Hummingbird by Sandra Veronese, and it was sent to me by Netgalley. It comes out in June, the end of June. And it's a book that it focuses on Marco, who's an ophthalmologist in Florence. And it's a sort of a multi-narrative story, and you've got letters, you've got discussions, it's different ways of telling the story, and you've got different times, it's backwards and forwards, and through the story you get to know Marco, who is the hummingbird. It was a name given to him by his mother because he was very, very small. He was always much smaller than his peers, and he had to have treatment to sort of boost his growth. But his mother always referred to him as a hummingbird. And hummingbirds, is it something like their wings beat 70 beats a second to stay still? And Marco is a man who stays still. It's as you're reading, you find out more about him. It's very, in the beginning, this chapter here, and then he stops to a different timeline. And in the beginning, you're not quite sure, well, I wasn't, you're not quite sure what sort of book you're getting into. But as you read on, you find out more about Marco and more about his life. And it's a story of loss. It's a story of love. It's a story of family. And you've got Marco and his wife. You've got Marco and his daughter, Marco and his granddaughter, Marco and his parents, Marco and his brother, Marco and Louisa, Marco and other different characters, Marco and his friends. And Marco stays still. Everybody's moving around him, but Marco stays still. And the ending was so beautiful. I was in absolute tears this morning finishing it off. And I don't know about you. Do you ever? It's so frustrating, isn't it, when you're reading a book and you're wanting to turn the page, or in my case, move on with a Kindle, and you can't because your eyes are full of tears and you can't see what you're reading, but you don't want to stop reading, but you can't see what you're reading because you're in tears, and that's what I was like this morning, because the ending is just so poignant, and it's such a beautiful book. And look out for it. Do look out for it in June when it comes out. It's one that Netgalley send me, and it's one that I wouldn't normally have picked up. I wouldn't have, something that would have passed me by, and I'm so glad that I didn't, because it is beautiful. It really is. It takes some getting into, but as you get into it and you learn more about Marco and his life, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So right, happy reading, take care, and I'll see you next time.